For the final time in 2019, we race. The season started here on the 27th of January and it ends here right now. The Wsk Final. We are on the Bridgestone slick tyres. The rain has passed. The skies are clearing and we are ready to race the final event this decade. The reigning world champion Lorenzo Travisanuto qualified on pole position, not only for the final, but also in qualifying 48 hours ago. Let's take a look what has happened thus far, so far this weekend here at Adria. Third race with the Kart Racing team. After his debut at South Garda Karting Lonato in the Open Cup and 2:01 on your screen, Travisanuto took pole position in timed practice. He had a great run throughout the heats. He won his pre-final this morning. Indeed, it's the OTK machines that are looking ominous. However, Hugo Sass in the Paralympic Cup starts on the front row of the grid. And do not discount Taylor Barnard. He won the final cup last year in the OK Junior category. Racing here, fourth row of the grid, he starts. The boy from Norwich in England for Team Rosberg, Kart Republic. Indeed, the factory Tony Karts start 1, 3 and 4 for the final race of 2019. The decade started back in 2011, half a lifetime ago. And for some of our mini drivers, indeed a full lifetime ago. But it ends right here, right now in 20 laps time. Lorenzo Travisanuto pole position. He has elected though to start from the outside of the front row of the grid. You're looking at Hugo Sass. He is on the inside on a perfectly dry circuit. You got a glimpse of the water, standing water, off track. That would be pole position, but Lorenzo decided to start to the right of your screen on the outside of the front row of the grid. 2:01, the reigning world champion from Pordenone, Friuli, Venezia Giulia, up near the Slovenian border. That's his mechanic, Claudio Dionisi, about to push him into life. So many drivers Claudio has engineered over the years, including a young German by the name of Mick, who he took to second in the 2014 World Championships. And now he's about to push the world champion 2:01 into life. There is Hugo Sass, the German, out of grid 2. The standing water off the track. You can see the Bridgestone slick tyres still a few moments away from the start. 34 drivers here at Adria. Pepe Martí from Barcelona in Catalonia, Spain. Second row of the grid with his mechanic Jose Perez from Malaga, has been with him for so many years. And he starts alongside JT from MK in the UK, Joseph Turney from Milton Keynes in the United Kingdom. Mechanic engineering for him this weekend, Lorenzo Arbo, after the retirement of Marco Ardigo. Dilano Vanthoff for the Forza Racing team, the Dutchman, out of 5 alongside Juhal Valtonen, the Finn who led off the pre-final for CV Performance Group. The IAME-powered Kart Republic, the second non-OTK kart. In the front six, of course, the Paralin, powered by the TM of Hugo Sass. On the front row of the grid, that is Kirill Small. SMP Ward Racing 220 from Yekaterinburg in Russia on the podium last weekend. He wasn't happy with third. Do not discount him taking the victory as you look at Taylor Barnard for Ravenol, Team Rosberg, Kart Republic, 2:11. He won the final cup 12 months ago in the junior category. Welcome to Adria for the very final time this season. The Wsk Final Cup to finish the season. Lorenzo Patrese in trouble. The kart has not fired. 2:09 as we take a look at the grid with Travisanuto on pole. Hugo Sass alongside, then it's Marti and Turney for the Kart Racing team. Vanthoff, Valtonen, Kirill Small, Taylor Barnard, Thomas, Tan Brinker, and the 2016 World Champ, Pedro Hiltbrand. Sixth row of the grid, Matthias Salonen and Yaroslav Shevretalov. Felix Arnold for the Kart Shop Amfing, and Rafael Camara, the boy from Brazil, out to 14. RS competition, Bastian Buus, Jill Statsbader, Luigi Corluccio should start alongside his countryman, Lorenzo Patrese, but they are struggling to fire up the 209 Kart Republic. He's out. The son of the 1974 World Kart Racing champion, Ricardo, watches on helpless. His boy will not take the start. It didn't fire as they complete another formation lap. Lorenzo Patrese has been so impressive, the boy from Padova. They pushed it back to the end of pit lane, attempting to change the plug. He may be able to start from the back of the grid at the exit of pit lane. Behind him, Karanini for Alto Europeo, Andrei Zhivnov. Lomko, Van Oppen, Patishev, the Ukrainian. Lola from Paris for Ward Racing. Grigsy Griggs out of grid 25 alongside Giuliano Holzam. Max Meyer, Nick Pacol, the Romanian. Then it's Matthias Correggiani. Comanducci on the podium in the Champions Cup. Jerzy Spinkovic, Norton Andreasen from the back of the grid, San Yuhan, the Chinese driver, and on grid 34, Guillaume de Oliveira from Portugal for Ricky Flynn Motorsport. Welcome to Adria for the final time this decade. The reigning champion, you know it's Lorenzo Travisanuto. He starts on pole. He won this title 12 months ago aboard an IAME-powered Kart Republic. Here we go. We race. And Hugo Sass misses the start badly. That was well calculated by Travisanuto. Carnage at the exit of turn number 1. As the rest of the field pours through, there's Kirill Smalls, made a great start, as has Jill Statsbader. Lorenzo Patrese did not make the start. Christian Comanducci going round at the first corner. He was on the podium at the Champions Cup back in January, but he's at the back of the pack, some 300 metres behind the rest of the field. Tony Kart 1 and 2, then Juhal Valtonen for the CV Performance Group, up into third place. Taylor Barnard, great start for the Englishman. But Travisanuto already with an Omas lead. It is a Tony Kart Racing team, 1, 2 and 4 at the end of the opening lap. Turney in second place. Hiltbrand in fourth. Looking for Pepe Martins back in ninth. Here's the Catalan. So the Tony Kart Racing team, first, second, fourth with Pedro, and ninth with Pepe. Juhal Valtonen, the Finn for the CV Performance Group. As Pedro goes through, and Tony runs off the road. Tony throws it away, comes back on in third place. Pedro through to second. Juhal Valtonen off the podium. The Kart Republic's 4 and 5. Lorenzo Travisanuto leads a trifecta on lap number 2 for the Tony Kart Racing team. Tony lucky to still be in the race as the Bridgestone tyres still work up to temperature on a slightly greasy track. They're a mile off their qualifying ideal times at the moment in the 53s. Working the wheel, searching for traction. Hiltbrand into fastest driver at this early stage of the race. There is Lorenzo. He won the title, as I say, 1 year ago. In the Kart Republic, he took pole position on Friday. He leads the way. It's the Vortex-powered Tony Karts 1, 2, 3. Juhal Valtonen falling back through the field. In for fourth place, and it's Taylor Barnard, who won the season opening Champions Cup January 27, as Pedro right on the back of his teammate. It is the world champions from 2016 in Pedro. Last year, and the reigning champion in Lorenzo, first and second. A class field here at Adria. JT, who won at Castelletto in P3, as Valtonen dives down the inside. but Tony closes the door in the Tony. There's Delano Vantoff in the X-Free cut for Forza Racing. Tony is struggling for grip. He straight lined the ripple strip, lucky not to break a chain. As he went straight over the curb, he's obviously set that kart up to come on later on in the race. Searching for grip, the tyre's not up to pressure. A slightly lower temperature you can see because Tony is struggling to keep it on the road. He's banking up the Kart Republics as Hilbrand goes through to take the lead. Pedro goes P1 in 2:02. Lorenzo looks behind him. Still Tony holding off the Kart Republics. Then it is Delano Vantoff, TTB, the reigning junior world champion, in position 7 from Kirill Small. The German Felix Arnold, Pepe Marti from Barcelona, 10th. There's Thomas going through. We wait for Kirill Small, quite a distance back. In fact, he's just been passed by Pepe Marti, who runs off the road. Felix Arnold, in fact, it is, who was well inside the top 10 for the Kart Shop Amping, has thrown it off the road. He rejoins down in 14th place. One spot ahead of Lorenz Van Oppen, Stadsbader, Bastian Bus, Matthias Salonen, Lola Lovenfoss, Sen Johan and Nick Pacol, the Romanian, in position 20. Norton Andreasen, 2 spots behind. He's just gone purple. From grid number 31, Norton Andreasen. He is the fastest driver on the circuit. As Alexander Partishev and Yaroslav Shevritalov, the Ukrainian and the Russian, respectively, join Patrese and Torregiani as the non-finishers. Here's Turney. Now the kart's starting to work as we predicted. He's closed right up on the back of Pedro. Tony Kart, 1, 2, and 3. Kart Republic's just behind. Delano Vantoff in the Forza Racing X-Free, powered by the TM, looking quick as well. There's the orange machine. Forza Racing by Jamie Croxford, looking for another title. They won the Wsk Final Cup back in 2015 in the junior category with Frederick Vesti, who not only finished 10th in the Macau F3 World Cup earlier on today, but also took out the inaugural FIA Formula Regional European F3 Championship. Forza Racing looking for another title with their boy Delano Vantoff. Travisanuto skips away. The gap is 1.2 seconds back to his teammates. Hilbrand and Joseph Turney. Still is fighting for grip ever so slightly. 2:04. The Englishman in 3rd. The Englishman in 4th with Taylor Barnard. Taylor won the season opening WSK Champions Cup back in January. Slight correction from Hilbrand as he comes onto the straight. There's Tony. There's Thomas Tembrinke. Can he make a move up as well as Hilbrand with a 51.6? Fastest driver on the circuit. Zhivnov driving superbly behind Hugo Sass and Thomas Tembrinke. Lorenz Van Hoppen, Luigi Coluccio, Small, Bus, Marti's falling back through the field. The Catalan in 15th place. Arnold, Stadsbader, Matthias Allen and San Johan, and Norton Andreasen up to 20th from the back of the pack. He's now in traffic though, and it's getting a lot harder from there. Denny Catanini, who had a great run throughout the heats, has fallen back into 21st place behind the Swede Norton. Nick Pacol, the Romanian, has gone around at the exit of turn 3 as we approach half race distance. Tony Kart, 1, 2, and 3. Lorenzo, Pedro, and Joe. Tony, who won last year's X30 International Final at Le Mans. A few races in the British F4 Championships. Factory Tony Kart Racing Team driver. This is where the competition's at. The Vortexes, the Green Machines, 1, 2, and 3, with the reigning world champion Lorenzo Travisanuto leading the way. Out of the Bridgestone hairpin, down through the Magny-Cours chicane. through. Joseph just simply straight lines it. Going back to Taylor, he's falling back. Juhal Valtonen. There is Delano and the reigning junior world champion from the Netherlands, 227 for Ricky Flynn Motorsport, Thomas ten Brinke. His father, Bernard ten Brinke, preparing for the 2020 Dakar Rally for the Gazoo Toyota team alongside Fernando Alonso. Bernard watching on our live coverage, wsk.it. Your boy is in position 7 for catching the green machines 1, 2 and 3 this afternoon with half the race still remaining. That is a very big ask. Over the ripple strip goes Pedro. Absolutely fearless is the Spaniard from Blanes, north of Barcelona in Spain. Onto the straight in position 2 in kart 0202. Half race distance, 51.2 now for Pedro. He is the fastest driver on the circuit as the sun sets here at Adria in the north of Italy, an hour south of the ancient city of Venice, which is still recovering from incredible flooding over the last few days. Coluccio down the inside and picks up O menino do Brasil, the boy from Brazil, Rafael Camara, the boy from Malha, La Conca, where we race the Masters Series, 23rd of February next year. La Conca, his home circuit. Luigi up inside into position 10. The 2020 WSK calendar has been announced, incidentally. You can check it out on wsk.it. We are back here at Adria on the 26th of January, 71 days' time for the season opening WSK Champions Cup. Shevardetalovs, Tony Kart for Team Komarov, parked in the water as Nick McCall, who did restart, makes wave. The blue flag is out for the Romanian. Does the right thing, moves off the line as the green team comes steaming on through. McCall still circulating as he can too. Guilherme de Oliveira also restarted, the Portuguese driver with Ricky Flynn Motorsport for the last race of the year. Still out there and circulating. Down in position 29, Shevardetalovs is out. Partishev is out. Patrese tragically did not start. As we look for the leaders going down to the far part of the circuit. Here they come. Lorenzo, Pedro, and Joseph. Just done the fastest lap of the race, 51 dead for Turney in the Tony. Lorenzo locks up, he's gone wide, has Travis Anuto. He concedes the lead. Pedro through into P1, kart 202. Here comes Turney, the fastest driver on the circuit. Still 8 laps remaining. Pedro goes P1. The 2016 world champion, has Lorenzo got a problem? Makes an adjustment on the carburetor. The Vortex engine, which up till this point of the weekend has been absolutely faultless. He looks behind to Turney. There is Valtonen. He's got by Thomas ten Brinke. Following him through. Look at Lorenzo. Goes through. Nope. Just found very greasy part of the circuit on full lock. Did not lift though. Lorenzo survives to live another day. He's in position 2, although Turney is right on his back. Joseph, his teammate, fastest driver on the circuit. Valtonen, P4. Lorenzo goes a little bit defensive. There's the blue flag out. Oh, did you see that? Pedro will have steam coming out his ears. The blue flag was out. Ooh, Jersey Spinkovic, Nick Pacol, I'm sorry. Did not see the Spaniard come steaming on through. Wow, that was almost the end of his race right there and then. Almost reminiscent of Gian-Antonio Pacchioni Jesolo, the Formula K World Championships way back in 1990. That was almost a replay of what happened 3 decades ago. No, I wasn't there. Those who were will recall the story very, very well. You almost saw history repeat right there. Pedro, the right arm up. What are you doing? The blue flag was out. As Jerzy Spinkovic joins the list of retirements. And Joseph closes up on the back of Travisanuto. 3/4 of the race has now been completed as they come across the line. Spectacular down through the Magny-Cours chicane. There are 5 laps remaining this decade. Lorenzo has a big, long, hard look behind him. He knows it's Joseph. He can see Pedro skipping away, and he does a 50.9. The only driver under 51 seconds is the 2016 world champion who won the race in the desert at Bahrain International Circuit. And again he goes wide. Travisanuto struggling with that particular corner. Falls back to 3rd. Turney goes through. He's now at risk, potentially, of missing the podium because Thomas Tembrinque is absolutely flying. We have got World Champions 1, World Champions 2, and in 4th place as well. Hiltbrand first, Travisanuto second, and TTB for Ricky Flynn Motorsport. Hasn't given up on a podium here this afternoon, despite the fact there's only 4 laps remaining. Down into turn number 1 goes this super talented young Dutchman. He is a chance to make the podium. Hugo Sass going through. Lorenz van Oppen. Back to the front, Pedro, 1.5 seconds ahead of his Tony Kart Racing teammates. Lorenzo struggling with turn 5 in particular. He had a massive crash here racing for Ward Racing back in 2016 in the WSK Supermaster Series when he had brake failure on that very corner. It haunts him. He's still in position number 3, but Thomas is coming for him. 3 laps remaining. Pedro Hiltbrand, the Catalan, on his way to victory here this afternoon. JT in P2. There's the Lorenzo. The gap down to 2.7 seconds between Travisanuto and Thomas Tembrinque. 50.6 for Hiltbrand. The sun setting here in the north of Italy. The sun setting on the 2019 season, which concludes here in 3 laps' time. Tony Kart still 1, 2, and 3, but there is a cloud hanging over Travisanuto, who's fallen back behind Joseph Turney. Fabulous comeback for Pedro. He did spend the 2017 season with Tony Kart Racing Team, went back to CRG, and he's back in green for the last races of 2019. Incidentally, he did win his local round, the Spanish round of the European FIA Championships at the Fernando Alonso circuit at Asturias, Oviedo in Spain. And this will be his first win in green since then, if he holds on for another 2 laps. Hiltbrand from Blanes, north of Barcelona, 2:02. The Vortex powered Tony Kart. What a fabulous way, not only to finish the season, but to start the brand new decade, which starts here January 26 with the WSK Champions Cup. Into the Bridgestone hairpin. He'll get the last lap board this time round. Here he comes. 1.3 kilometers away from the checkered flag. There is Thomas, the Dutchman, the reigning junior world champ. He's got Juho Valterman behind. Taylor Barnard, who won the Champions Cup back in January, in 6th from Van Toff. Hugo Sass across the line. Kirill Small. Lorenz van Oppen from grid 22. The 3rd Dutchman inside the top 10 with Coluccio right behind. This is the last lap of the race. This is the last lap of the season, of the decade. Vamos! Pedro Hiltbrand down through the chicane for the final time. The checkered flag comes out. Oh, did he love that? He wins the WSK Final Cup. Turney second, Travisanuto, the reigning world champion. It's a Tony Kart Racing Team 1, 2, and 3 here this afternoon. Great drive from Thomas to come home 4th. Head of Valterman, Barnard, Van Toff, Hugo. Here's Kirill Small across the line in 9th from Van Oppen. Beats home both O Menino do Brasil and Luigi Coluccio. Us Arnold Zhivnov, Pepe Marti back in 15th place. The list of retirements is long, including the Spaniard Max Meyer, Giuliano Holtzem, Spinkovic, De Oliveira, Chevrotalov, Partichev, Patrese, and Torreggiani. Travis Anuto started this final from the outside of the front row of the grid. It was his choice, and it was a smart move. He led down into turn number 1. Pedro, though, here he came, side by side. Lorenzo waving him through. Running off the road early on, Joseph Turney with the lower tyre pressures. Twice at the exit of turn number 5 did Lorenzo Travisanuto almost see his race end on the sidelines. That was almost a catastrophe. Oh, I think he raised the index finger there, as you saw. Not really. The blue flag coming out for lap traffic, no harm done. Pedro Hilbrand leading home, but Tony Kart 1, 2, and 3. He takes the win here this afternoon to end the 2019 season. Again, Travisanuto struggling, but he comes home in 3rd place. Another podium after his victory last weekend for Joseph Turney at Castelletto di Branduzzo. Vamos, Pedro Hilbrand, he wins. And that is the 2019 season done. Tony Kart Racing Team 1, 2, and 3. What a way for the green team to end out the decade. Hilbrand 1, Turney from England 2, the Italian Travisanuto in 3rd place. Tony Kart Racing, Vortex, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Vortex also 4th with Thomas Tambrinke for Ricky Flynn Motorsport. Valtonen, Barnard, Vantoff, Sass, Kirill Small, and Lorenz van Hoppen, the 3rd Dutchman inside the top 10. That is the season done. The WSK Final Cup. Lorenzo Travisanuto taking the title in 2018 in a Pirelli-powered KR Kart. He's in green for 2019 and indeed the 2020 season. His teammates coming home 1st, 2nd in front of him. Pedro Hilbrand will stand on the top step of the podium here this afternoon. The WSK Final Cup at Adria Raceway. Stay with us. The podium presentation will paint it green right there in a few moments' time. The 2019 Final Cup here at Adria. Stay with us. The podium presentation in just a moment. The drivers make their way up onto the podium. What a dominant performance this has been this afternoon from the green team. Lorenzo, Joseph, and Pedrito. 1, 2, and 3. The season is done. The podium presentation for OK here in just a moment. And can you believe in the background over l'Autodromo di Adria, we can see the sunshine. Adria Motor Week taking place here next weekend, the second karting expo to finish out 2019 right here at Adria. But the WSK racing season, we've just seen the checkered flag and the podium for the OK class in just a moment. Three different European nationalities here on the podium here this afternoon. In third place, the Italian, the reigning world champion, Lorenzo Travisanuto. Second place from England, Joseph Turney. The winner of the last race this decade. It's a Tony Kart 1, 2, and 3. It's the Catalan, the Spaniard, Pedro Hilbrand. The third place trophy to Lorenzo Travisanuto of Italy. Second place to the Englishman, JT Joseph Turney. The winner of the WSK Final Cup from Spain, Pedro Hilbrand. The national anthem of Spain. You've heard the expression, paint the town red. Look at this, we go green to end 2019. Lorenzo Travisanuto, you're back in green. Of course, you took the WSK Super Masters Series for the Ward Racing Tony Kart team. Great weekend starting with pole position on qualifying on Friday.
Yeah, I think overall it's been a really, really great weekend, and I'm really happy with the improvement we've done both on wet and dry condition. The final has been a little bit of a gambling because it was a strange condition, and I committed a couple of mistakes that cost me potentially better. But today I was not the quickest in the final. But overall, I'm very, very happy with the improvements we've done. So I want to thank Tony Kart and Vortex for all the work they've done through these days.
Fabulous performance, Lorenzo. You won last week, Joseph at Castelletto. Look at the green team, factory Tony Kart driver. Fabulous way to finish 2019.
Yeah, thank you. I missed a little bit compared to Pedro in the final, but overall, I think we've done a really good job this weekend, so hopefully more of this next year.
Congratulations, Joseph. Oh, Pedrito! Bravissimo! Fantastic way to finish the season. You win the WSK Final Cup. Still a little bit strange, you're back in green, but look at this, 1, 2, and 3 for the Tony Kart team. Dominant performance.
Yeah, I knew the final is going to be quite a shame for the condition of the track, but to be honest, I want to say thank you to Tonica for the second opportunity, and for sure to Giacomo for push hard to me, and I'm so happy. I really need that. The past years not been the best for me, so I'm so happy, and thank you to my family, to the ones who believe in me.
Vamos, Pedro, on behalf of everyone here at Adria Karting Raceway, that's the end of the season. We'd like to thank you for your coverage. We started here January the 27th, the Champions Cup, and in 71 days' time, we're back right here at Adria. The all-new 2020 WSK calendar has been announced just over 2 months. January 26th, we're back here to start the new season. On behalf of everyone here at Adria Karting Raceway, everyone at WSK Promotion, thanks for your company. We will see you next year, next season, next decade. The new WSK calendar starts right here in 71 days' time. On behalf of everyone, arrivederci da Adria. Ciao.